Let's talk confirmation closes. I'm going to delete these real quick and then we'll come back to them. So that was yesterday. So this morning we marked our lines. We had a little bit of news, and so this is what we were looking for. So a break below 84, 20,084 was what we were looking for, a short. Now it did this yesterday too, and we'll come back to that in a second. But what happens is we get a little bit of a confirmation where we break our levels right at, let's look, so 7:30, it comes up, it breaks through this level, we get 50 points, so 50 points, which we were able to take advantage of that. This morning, even pre-market, we were able to take a little bit. Now, what happens is it comes down here, we have a close below our level, but then it starts to work its way back up to our top level, our key resistance zone. So it comes off support, goes up to the resistance zone, and then slowly throughout the day, it finally breaks, right? So we get a confirmation close below here. So you can see right here, this 5-minute bar closes at 20,059, so below our entry point. It takes a quick test, comes up, and then boom, closes, right? And then we see this large drop here at 8:30 Mountain Time, so 10:30 Eastern. So if you're looking for a confirmation close in our strategy, this is like the perfectly executed confirmation. I trade 30 minutes in the morning, and then I'm pretty much done for the rest of the day. So I'm looking at this now and just wanted to create an education resource for you guys of like what an actual like beautifully executed confirmation close looks like. We still got 50 points this morning in a scalp, right? So this is more of an intraday. If you're someone who is looking at the charts all day long, this is an awesome entry for you to get in. And the other thing is, so we get this close right below here at 59. Boom, we get a big drop, 100 plus points. And then what does it do? Holds this level, comes up to resistance, breaks our support zone. We get a nice drop. It comes back into this level, right? This was support and now it's resistance, right? As you can see, it's resistance here because if we draw a line, let's make this one, since we're intraday, we'll make this one green. We're intraday, and it now cannot come above these levels, so it drops. And we see a nice little drop. In this chart, and it breaks this other key level, right? And keeps coming. So now what happens is we've gone and broken through this support zone, and on a daily chart, we're going to find some more support here. So then we see it come back up to this supply zone, and what happens is it comes up to our entry again, and then falls. So we get a 140-point move in 5 minutes, comes up to 82, and then drops. Oh, even more. Wow. 100 and almost 80 points, right? 100, we'll just say it's 150. So you get a massive drop because this is where all of these sell orders are. They understand where the supply is, and they take that out, right? And just boom. They get everyone tricked that, hey, we're going long, and boom, we're buying. Or we're selling. So you can use these levels for a bunch of different reasons. You can use them in the morning, right when you get a price break, you can get in. You can also use these intraday. You can use these on really any instrument. I like to trade the NASDAQ. But as you can see, this is what a perfect confirmation close is. We see some shorts here. And then if you did miss it, then you can say, okay, well, I'm looking for an entry. Where can I get an entry? Well, if it pulls back into now what is a supply zone or resistance because it's broken through this, then you can short that again, right? So this is a very simple chart. I use my Thinkorswim platform to chart so I can see like where moving averages are to make sure that they're stacked in our setup. I also look for the squeeze indicator, but in our execution platform, you can see when I'm looking for my key levels and I'm looking for my entries, we're looking for those confirmations below this. So if you're trying to do this nice swing trade, intraday swing trade that you're going to hold more than a couple minutes, right? This is the ultimate opportunity to get on the short side. This is probably even better because we've had this break, and then we come up to retest this zone, and then we sell, okay? So 2 places that you could have gotten in here, well, here on this bar, right? And then again on this retest. So this is probably the safest play here after we get these confirmation closes, retest, and boom, there we go. Now this is why I don't like to trade intraday, or really even Fridays, because now you get this BS, right, where it drops 100 plus points and then 100 points again in 5 minutes, well, 10 minutes in total, right? But this is a 5-minute bar, 5-minute bar, and now it's coming back up. And this is a support zone on the daily chart. So let me show you what that looks like. So now we're on our daily time frame, and you'll notice that these numbers are going to start adding up, right? So that zone that we kind of already marked out, so we wanted to short underneath 99, and we did. And so now you can see on even this 5-minute chart, we got our break down here. We were able to take some profit, right? Because this is what we were looking for in our A+ setup. We have the moving averages stacked. And then now it starts getting into some wonky stuff, right? So we get a retracement up here. We short this. And then now it comes above our level, comes into that resistance, that supply zone, shorts a little bit, and then boom, we see the moving averages cross, and now they're stacked, right? So they come into the zone, looks like it's going to peak out, gets rejected by the 200, and then comes down. So it trades through this zone, this support zone on the daily. Again, if you've seen some of the videos from the last couple of days, how we found these zones were going back on the daily time frame and finding here's some support here. Once it breaks there, okay, where's the next level of support? And it's right here. And you can see that today and even yesterday, it's just really it's been trading through this. And so we got a touch here yesterday. It finally comes through. Now we're seeing some buying to come back above the support level. It looks like it potentially could hold. Now, if you're a swing trader and you're looking for daily, basically a trigger to the upside, right, you're going to want to see how it respects this support zone. Is it going to come back above this 200 EMA? If it doesn't come back above this, we could look for some more selling. And if it continues down below the support zone, right, we're just going to keep seeing it follow the trend to the downside. And so then we'd have to come back here and then look for some new support zones, right? So this is how I use the support zones in my intraday or my day trading plan of looking on the daily chart, because it is important to know where these zones are so you can get confirmations on a smaller time frame. So whether you're looking at a 15-minute chart or if you're looking at a 5-minute chart, you know, if you're in a downtrend, right, and it comes up in here, it starts firing up here, well, you don't want to buy, because if I don't have this box here and I start seeing it come up, I'm like, oh wow, it closed. Like, sure, you could scalp that, right? And you could get that as a 5-minute chart. But what you're seeing is it comes into this moving averages. It's coming into this zone where they're then selling off, right? They're trying to get you to go long so then they can sell it off again. And now what you're seeing is it reached that liquidity where they're like, okay, cool, we want everyone to think that we're going short, and now we're coming long. We're just doing a quick little retracement because we've taken our profits on the short side for the day, and now we want to see this go long. And on the daily time frame, it makes sense because there's that support level. So is it going to close above this in the support level? I don't know, it's to be determined because it's not the end of the day. But these are things that you want to look for, of where are the support levels, where are the supply and demand, and how can you utilize these intraday and use your setups so that you're getting really quality moves and so that you're not confused on when to take entries, right? So let's just look at this 5-minute chart again. And this is about an hour. Let's see, yeah, about an hour after the market opens, right? So we get this retest of this resistance area. You can call it a sell zone, whatever you want. And then we see the moving averages cross. Okay, so we also have a squeeze. So we have moving averages cross. Now they're stacked to the downside. So we have the 8, the 21, the 200 stacked on the downside. We have a squeeze that's firing. We have a confirmation close below our level, which was here, 84. And then this is where it had come down earlier in the morning, but you could have marked this level intraday. Once it closes below this zone, it retests in the zone and then shorts. So this was an entry, short. This was an entry, short. There was multiple opportunities that you could have gotten some shorts with our A+ setup. Again, I don't trade past 8 o'clock Mountain Time, so 10 a.m. Eastern. But if you are doing it, these are the setups that you want to look for. These are the A+ setups that I like, where you see these moving averages stacked, you see a squeeze firing, and you see it breaking a key level, right? Key levels are ones that you can just draw on. It's a simple line, like you don't have to complicate it. But this is how you can start getting more confirmation in your entries because you're seeing these closes above key levels. And then once you see those closes, if you want to be even more patient, you wait for a retest. And then when it fails, then you have those confirmation closes again, a close below this level, and you see more downside, right? Once you're entered and you see the money go into profit, move your stop loss to your break-even point, or move it down, ratchet it down on every 5-minute bar. So say you do get an entry here, and it moves, right? Okay, it moves down. You have an entry at 984, comes down to 926. It's a 60-point move. Well, you'd hate to give it all back, right? In this case, you could have potentially given it all back. But then what you want to do is, one, maybe your stop loss is up here, this above this high. So then ratchet it to now break even once you're down at this point. And then when you see this close again, maybe you can move it down here to 934, right? So you're locking in profits and not giving away good trades. And then you can keep ratcheting it down as it goes. So when it does eventually turn, you're locking in your profit, but you can take profits along the way, right? That's what I teach, and I think it's a great way to, by ratcheting down that stop loss as well as including take profits, you're able to get more out of your move versus just having a 10-point, 15-point, 20-point take profit. If you're a beginner, that's great. Like, get your profits and get out, get confidence in your setups. But if you want to do some more advanced stuff and look for these confirmation closes and these retests, and they continue to break down, and then you just ratchet your stop loss as your trade goes in your favor. I think that is an excellent opportunity to catch bigger moves in the market, especially if you are someone who is looking at the charts all day. If you're a full-time trader, if you're loving the intraday action, that is a phenomenal way to trade. So that is helpful. Give a follow, like, and subscribe. If there's information and things that you want to discuss, like today we wanted to talk about confirmations and confirmation closes, drop them in the comments and I will make a video about it.